license plate. Can't say it, but 4 L's. So, you ready? When I walk up, I look to see if it's leaking underneath. I don't see any leaks. I look at my license plate, make sure it's up to date, mounted and secure. I look at my lights. There's no visible signs of damage. They should be working properly upon inspection with the DOT. Leads, lights, links, and license plates. So then I'm looking to see if it's leaning from side to side, and it's not. Added information, I can mention my mirrors, which are mounted and secure, not damaged. My grill, mounted and secure, not damaged. And my jumper. All that is extra. You don't have to see it unless you want to. Then you open the hood. Start on this side. I just start at the top. My air filter, mounted and secure, not damaged. My valve cover appears to be mounted and secure, not leaking. My coolant reservoir filled to the proper level and the cap is on tight, not leaking. Hoses are connected at both ends, not leaking. No abrasions, bulges, or cuts on my hoses. A general overview of my hoses and wires. They appear to be in good condition, not leaking, no cuts or frays on my wires, and no abrasions, bulges, or cuts on my hoses, and not leaking. I have back here my fuel pump, my air compressor, and my power steering pump. They are mounted and secure, not leaking, and they're gear driven. Hoses and wires are connected properly. This is my fuel filter, oil filter, and water filter, mounted and secure, not leaking. My oil dipstick, I take it out, wipe it off, and put it back in and check to see that it is filled to the proper level. Manufacturer specifications is what I want to look for. My belt for my water pump, which is up here, it is gear driven, my water pump. And it has less than 3/4 inches of play. This is my fuel water separator, mounted and secure, not leaking. On the other side, since the DOT doesn't always ask you to go to the other side, he'll ask you what is unique about the other side. And what I would say is that the alternator is mounted and secure, belt driven, and the belt has less than 3/4 inches of play. The turbo, mounted and secure, the turbo has no soot or oil leaking. The windshield washer fluid is filled to the manufacturer's specification, or it has enough in it to last me the day. And my exhaust manifold and my exhaust are mounted and secure, no signs of leaking or soot. My starter is mounted and secure, no cuts or frays on my wires. And now that would be the stuff on the other side that's unique. To continue on this side, I can mention my front motor mount and my rear motor mount, mounted and secure, no signs of damage or looseness. My fan is mounted and secure, the fins are in good condition, none are missing. My frame is straight, all the bolts seem to be in place. Then I'm going to go to my steering components. So I have my steering shaft, has less than 10 degrees of play with my knuckle joints, mounted and secure, no cuts or cracks or brakes, well greased. My steering gearbox and power steering reservoir, mounted and secure, not leaking, filled to the proper level. I can see clearly there. My steering linkage here, pivot arm, drag link, upper and lower control arm, and tie rod, mounted and secure, connected properly with castle nuts and cotter pins, and my bushings are nice and soft and not loose. Then I go to my suspension. My leaf spring mounts, mounted and secure, no signs of damage, no cuts or breaks, the bolts are in place. My leaf springs are straight, not missing. And my shock absorber is mounted and secure, not leaking. My U-bolts are mounted and secure with the nuts nice and tight. Then going going on to my brakes. My brake chamber is mounted secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, and not leaking. My hoses, no abrasions, bulges, or cuts. And then my ABS wire is connected properly to my brake chain, to my brake lining themselves. My slack adjuster is nice and tight, and the push rod is straight, having less than 1 inch of play. My brake lining has more than a 1/4 inch thickness, which is good. There's no unusual wear. It's inside the drum. The drum is not cracked or broken, no signs of unusual damage. And my inner wheel seal is not leaking. My rim mounted and secured to the tire properly. There's no cracks or dents or breaks, and there's no illegal welds. It is seated properly to my tire. My tire has no abrasions, bulges, or cuts. It is filled to the proper level, which is over 100 pounds. It has the outer wall has also no abrasions, bulges, or cuts. It has more than 4/32 of an inch tread, and it's a virgin tire. The outer rim looks good. No cracks, dents, or breaks. The lug nuts are nice and tight. They're all present and accounted for. No signs of shiny metal. No signs of looseness like new rust. The hub cap is on and filled to the proper level. And my valve cover is my valve still has its cover on it.
Wonderful.
Did I forget anything?
The stabilizer, blinker.
I got that.
Okay.